This video is intended to describe a lightblade talisman named Terra Nueva, also known as New Earth. Joining me today will be my whimsical stick figure chakra map for visual guide reference stimulation Q, as well as this lovely celadon green leather which will eventually be installed right here. But I'll go ahead and discuss the primary blade band scaffolding seen like so, running up here and then all the way to this band as well, recirculating into what vaguely resembles a figure 8 for perpetual recirculation of energy, or recirculation. Starting off with the transmutation blade band ratio seen right here, which runs laterally like so across here to this side band and to this band, basically recirculating this particular frequency in a containment circuit of the transmutation ratio, starting off with smoky quartz, which is a fantastic ground revolve negativity through the root chakra into the earth stars, into the earth for reprocessing, in tandem with hematite seen right here to be a strong iron-based ground revolve excess energy through the root into the earth stars, into the earth for reprocessing. So the two together are the transmutation ratio I heavily employ in virtually all light tech for a distinct purpose of being a fantastic grounding of all excess energy for consistent two-way energetic reprocessing or energetic dialysis to purify by tapping into Mother Earth to consistently always have a strong ground point to encourage also all the other frequencies of exotic nature of high vibratory yield to, of course, take all this frequency pitch, most importantly, and ground it into the earth to make the magic real and bring tangibility to the entire output firmly grounded to Mother Earth. So that transmutation ratio runs like so, up the sides over here, and this apex band, which is basically the secondary energy flow, besides the primary blade band seen right here, is consisting of the abundance ratio, which by the time of this video, there are 19 independent abundant platforms in a very short succession, which means this exact ignition ratio of the clear quartz, peridot, clear quartz, seen with the emerald here, have their own constructs that are in wide distribution at this time period. So this is another rendition of the abundance ratio, once again starting off with clear quartz via neutral accelerant of the energy into peridot, a fantastic third and fourth chakra stimulant, that of growth and also reception, as well as clear quartz to accelerate into emerald. Emerald, of course, being the king and queen of the green ray receptive abundance frequencies, well utilized for thousands of years as a stone of green ray heart chakra abundant magic. So the two together are quite complementary in just that, the emanation of the abundance ratio of the ideal heart receptivity of the abundance, more than just physical, but also all aspects of abundance. That'd be the apex band where the necklace will be eventually installed right here. Then the primary blade band, that of course is what's associated with Terra Nueva, New Earth. Starting off with clear quartz to once again neutrally intensify the energy through the circuit, going into moss green agate. Moss green agate is a great heart chakra green ray stabilizer that is just that. The most stable frequency emanation of the physical heart in the mineral kingdom is found in moss green agate, which brings great stability right here. In conjunction with clear quartz, always so on, completing into the transmutation ratio. And the aspect I'll describe before I move on to other things is that the big aspect of the New Earth portal is to have a very stabilized terrestrial heart stimulation in the physical aspect, while at the very top right here is a nice piece of what is called golden healer quartz to be a tremendous gold white light high heart stimulant back to source, or the heart of creation, central sun, source emanation. So when you come, in theory, when you have the aspect, of course, all these frequencies are wired together for one closed loop reactive circuit, then having the aspect of the great central sun being a highlighted focus up here is the source energy of creation, golden healer quartz. Then to transfer that energy into the stabilization of the physical heart, in theory, is the premise of what is considered to be Terra Nueva, New Earth portal, to bring the source energy in the most stabilized heart alignment to bring it into the tangible physical realm of third-dimensional Earth, essentially. That is a big initiative and prerogative of the Terra Nueva devices thus far. So with that out of the way, I'll discuss, of course, this side of the blade face first, then I'll be discussing this side, then the components where eventually this leather will be installed after this video is concluded, which I'll get to momentarily. At the very apex of the lightblade talisman would be fulgurite. This is petrified lightning, which lightning literally strikes sand, which is a very powerful full light body activator. Literally the power of lightning activating the entire chakra calm in unison with lightning force, as well as being a very powerful First Nation shaman used energy spirit tool to intensify their prayers and manifestations back to spirit, so that their service to the people or the medicine or magic was highlighted and intensified. So having that right there, of course, wire wrapped to a closed reactive circuit brings the force of lightning in a very stabilized manner, as a quick little disclaimer, as well as another aspect of a contingency to have that much grounding. So that goes with everything else about to be mentioned. So all these other high frequency components right here, seen here, will of course run through the primary blade band scaffolding of this to transmute negativity into positivity, and most importantly, take the excessive arc of this device and ground it into the earth in a very stabilized fashion. Moving on to seraphinite, a fantastic green ray crystal named after the seraphim realm, which is a very powerful full light body stimulant that is essentially the entire chakra calm in line with seraphic archangel frequencies to bring perpetual physical healing, which I utilize quite often for its very versatile utilization for practical energy, impeccable vibrations that transfer to the physical self or to those the wielder is serving in being a practitioner, essentially, in that capacity. Then right here would be Libyan gold tektite, a very fantastic golden ray stone utilized by the pharaohs of old that has a very powerful solar plexus and sacrum stimulant. So it's a cardinal fire with tremendous storm overtones of activating the entire chakra calm with the golden ray of illumination, which is very fantastic for aligning one's emanations of solar plexus activity with divine will in that capacity, which is a very powerful manifestation agent, as well as moldavite. Moldavite is a very famous green ray stone that is a very, very powerful heart chakra activator that aligns one's heart in a very dynamic, dramatic fashion to the heart of creation very quickly. So it is the quintessential stone of magic and magical synchronicity to one's dharma very quickly, very swiftly, and yet it's very, very powerful in that function of its vibration affecting the avatar's reality. But like I said, with all the stability and all the grounding and different aspects of that nature, you get the most out of that cosmic acceleration while mitigating excessive timeline whiplash, which can manifest as difficult growing pains, to put it lightly. Then right here is a very special specimen of infinitite. Infinitite is a variety of serpentine that is a very powerful full light body activator, yet infinitite is quite rare and has a special property to, of course, bring extreme depatterning of chakra calm stagnancies that would be impeding the natural light body from top to bottom, much like its vibrational cousin seraphinite. So, once again, a very powerful kundalini activator that is also, there goes the Ark of the Covenant's lid. That is very powerful for dismantling patterns that be stagnating the impeccable light body flow, as well as it makes for a great energetic shield to insulate the subtle energies from negativity by making a strong energetic connection point to Mother Earth to be perpetual. Then right here would be lapis lazuli, classic stone of Egyptian magic that is a great 5th and 6th chakra stimulant of wind, which is great for the siddhis or psychic gifts to be aware to the conscious self. Then right here would be black obsidian. Black obsidian here from Mount Shasta is fantastic for, just like smoky quartz, grounding all excess energy, which can be considered a source of psychic protection, or as a joke I refer to as etheric Teflon, to deflect all negativity and ground it very quickly so that the energy emanation always has a strong tap to Mother Earth for consistent reprocessing of energy. Then right here is black tektite. Black tektite's a fantastic product of nickel meteorite impacting sand, carrying that extraterrestrial jolt of cosmic energy in a kind of like a space obsidian variety, because it's actually extraterrestrial melting that holds that impact of jolt, which is very fantastic from a black ray perspective from the ground up to intensify the entire chakra calm and be a very powerful way to raise the vibrations from the feet upwards in a very full light body activation manner as well. So many of these frequencies will be very compatible, obviously, for a unified field, because naturally, all these other stones mentioned thus far are wired up to one primary wire for vibrational compound interest to be a closed-loop reactive circuit, so all these frequencies are all part of the whole, or the organs of the entity before me, if you would. That's why these aspects of the individual notarizations are relevant, because these are all the organs of the construct that work together as a base vibration. And this section is quite important in one shot. So, like mentioned with the agate, agates and jaspers are the most stabilized vibrations of the mineral kingdom based on the elemental color composition. Starting off with red jasper to be earth energy stabilizing of the root chakra, fire agate to stabilize the fire of the root, sacrum, and solar plexus, as well as moss green agate, just like the blade band right here, to of course stabilize the water elemental 4th chakra. Then blue lace agate right here to stabilize the 5th chakra, once again water. Then right here will be grape agate, which is a purple 6th and 7th chakra stimulant, but most importantly stabilizer. So the aspect of what's right here will stabilize the entire terrestrial earth, fire, water, and wind frequencies through the entire output. And the wooden core seen right here actually is from my backyard here in Mount Shasta. Right at the tip of my pen is the oak right there, a couple trees back. You can't quite see it very well, but that is where it's gathered after the wind blows around the trees, drops on the floor. I thank it very much. Then it is hewn into a core for this entire scaffolding of this device. And once this video is fully notarized, this lovely green leather will be installed like so, roughly, but of course wrapped many times to look aesthetically pleasing as possible, somewhat like that, for actually a distinct purpose, more than just aesthetics or just looks. This actually plays a critical role of the Celadon Sage Green emanation, which of course is a fantastic heart chakra corresponding frequency, and a.k.a. B, it also works to insulate the energy, so all these other energies, of course, actually run stronger with less energy leaks to run the current through this section and this section while not losing as much current as possible. And also C, it's also a way to protect all these stones seen in here as it's being worn by the wielder so they never get loose and run away from the construct. And D, of course, last but maybe least, would be a nice aesthetic completion that indeed will make the device look more finished and a little more interesting, I guess you can say, or beautiful, people think. So, but it definitely is more functional than aesthetics, as I always say. So in summary, with everything actually I forgot to mention very critical parts I saved for last intentionally. So down here at the core of the oak on both sides can be seen white selenite, seen right here. Selenite, this white stone, is a very fantastic 6th, 7th, 8th, all the non-physical chakras back to one's Godhead source connection stimulant, which makes it for a fantastic two-way bridge to the conscious self and to one's highest spiritual contact patch. And by itself is a tremendous master healer in the mineral kingdom. To have that much high-sourced energy divine alignment makes for a high induction of purification frequency through the entire auric field to burn off stagnant energies through the entire field. So by itself, it's quite tremendously powerful. But in the aspect of a spirit tool or a lightblade device, it plays a critical role to take all these frequencies mentioned in nearly 15 minutes time. It will take these frequencies and purify all of them in a reactive circuit. It will amplify, intensify all of these frequencies, then perhaps most importantly, harmonize and bring equilibrium and coherence to the entire frequency pitch. So when you have the three aspects of purification, running through a circuit, amplification of the whole entity seen right here, as well as the harmonization and generation of equilibrium. That's something I always say in these videos, is it is a triumphant trifecta of spiritual excellence in a metaphysical device, as far as I'm concerned. That's exactly why they're there, and also why I save it for last, is to give context to all these other frequencies to, of course, play off each other in the most efficient, impeccable, tangible way possible. And to further ground this energy into Earth, to bring it into reality, would be black kyanite seen right here. Black kyanite is a very rapid bridger of energy through the entire system, through the root, into the Earth stars, the feet, into the Earth for very rapid grounding purposes, which could be considered to be like a surge protector. Take this entire frequency pitch and ensure the grounding is happening very rapidly in real time, and very reactive to the wielder's needs to have an equilibrium or healthy energy flow in simple. Then right here would be blue kyanite. Blue kyanite is a very tremendous third eye stimulant that bridges energy very quickly to one's optimal third eye, which is the seat of our siddhis or psychic gifts, if you would. That'd be very powerful for energy transference. So the aspect also of the kyanites, they're the most rapid transfers of energy in the mineral kingdom. So they also will, of course, make energy alignments very quickly and work as another layer of etheric protection to ensure the energy is always buffering at maximum good for the high self template of the recipient wielding this device, to indeed keep them ideally in the perfect harmony equilibrium pitch consistently at the requirements of the wielder. So that's the big aspect of why kyanites are very versatile, and oftentimes they are difficult to discuss in a rational, linear fashion because their utilization is so vast and so intense in what they actually do. It's like discussing the vast mysteries of the ocean to the rational mind. It's quite a bit. Okay, so that'd be the entirety of the structure of Terra Nueva, of the third rendition operational. Before this talisman, there is 2 talismans of the same family already operational in distribution. So this would be the third rendition of the construct, which is now gaining and generating more vibrational momentum, which of course also in turn ensures vibrational compound interest of this frequency expanding in the field of life. And in summary, it's a very diverse light body generator, but the most important aspect is to bring stability of the new Earth portal of one source connection energy into the range of tangibility, which is the governance of our heart for physical circulation and non-physical etheric circulation simultaneously. So to encourage that bridge of stabilizing the physical nature of the heart circulation in tandem with particularly the high source emanation, is the big goal of this exact platform intentional design, to simply bring the new Earth portal, Terra Nueva, into tangibility and kind of work to bring heaven on Earth. And of course, it's relatively small compared to certain lightblade talismans at the request of the recipient. So the aspect also is that this can be worn pretty easily, not too intrusive, if of course concealed under a shirt perhaps, to carry this frequency as a background buffer, the reactive consciousness-assisted sentient device on the person. Well, I believe that would be the entirety of the description well notarized. 1,000 blessings, and may we have a wonderful new Earth Day.